All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. World Series game number 5 between the Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers here. The Diamondbacks facing elimination in this game. They're sitting at home as slight favorites taking on the Texas Rangers. I do have a lean on the money line as well as the total today, and then I have one player prop that I'm locking in for now as well that we will jump into, but keep an eye on the pinned comment for those leans to see if they turn into final plays as well as any changes or additional player props. Last night we will take the cha-ching here. We had the Rangers on the money line. That looked really good for most of the game. Then all of a sudden, Diamondbacks did start to storm back. Got a little sweaty, but still nonetheless winning 11-7 there. Marcus Semien has a home run, a triple, but doesn't come through with a single. So we still had a good beat and a good read on the game, right? And then Andrew Heaney here, over 3.5. I know it says 3.4. 3.5 hits allowed for plus 135. Let's pump in some crowd noise. He ends with 4 hits allowed. And then Tommy Pham home run. We sprinkled on it. 0.25 units, right? So essentially a 2-in-1 night if we don't want to include that home run play because it was just a quarter unit play. But we were so close, I told you guys, to taking his hits, runs, and RBIs, and I wish we did because we would have had a monster night if that were to be the case. But nonetheless, let's keep this momentum going. I hate that, the last few games now we've started to get hot, right? I think the World Series, we've been really profitable, maybe not even losing profit yet in the World Series, but the series before that, it was like, yikes, like nails on a chalkboard, right? But we've been hot in this World Series. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. And while you're down there hitting that subscribe button and that like button, before we get into the slate, go ahead and check out Sleeper. That link is in the pinned comment. You get a free Anthony Davis square here, as well as a free Derrick Henry square here for Thursday Night Football. So 2 free squares over on Sleeper for first-time depositors. You get 100% of your first deposit matched as well. Go check out Sleeper, guys. You throw in $100, they're gonna give you $100. It's an awesome, fun app that I'm using every single day, and I don't bullshit you guys, right? Everything I promote on this channel, I either use myself or find value in myself. Sleeper is definitely one of the most fun pick'em apps out there right now. But let's talk about this game. Zach Gallen on the mound for Arizona, and if this were the regular season, I would think Arizona has a chance here to kind of back up against the wall and everything like that, but when Zach Gallen has needed to step up, he just has not. Last 3 starts from here have been pretty damn ugly. Last 3 starts for Zach Gallen, he's got a 6.75 ERA with a 1.63 whip. Not great at all. Those are obviously all playoff starts after the Dodgers series too, but even in the games in which against the Dodgers and in Milwaukee, he didn't look all that great. So I am fading Zach Gallen here, and I am looking at Texas on the money line -102 because I'm happy to back Nathan Eovaldi. The only thing that gives me sort of like a shiver down my spine is Nathan Eovaldi's kind of looked a little off as well. In game number, what game was that? Game number 2 or game number 1, I actually think, of this series, he got the start, right? In which he pitched 4 2/3, let up 6 hits, and 5 earned runs. 8 strikeouts though, and 1 home run. Like, it was a roller coaster type game for Eovaldi, but this guy is a gamer. You know what I mean? Like, he is such a gamer, and I like the spot for him today to be able to go out there and say, screw it, let's go get a World Series. Now, if you're on Arizona's side of things, this is obviously a close matchup. We've seen Arizona kind of prove the world wrong plenty of times, so I'll say this first and foremost, like, I'm wearing a shirt that says Fade Me, right? By the way, fademe.store, go cop the merch and support what we're doing here. Great deals and great prices for really good quality merch. But Arizona is a team that's kind of like, okay, well, they keep shocking people. So if you're on Arizona, I'll say it right away. I don't think this video is meant to sway your opinion. I'm just telling you what I'm doing today because I do think Arizona has what it takes. I do think that this is a team in which they already have hit Nathan Eovaldi well, and they're batting better. They're batting fairly well against righties as of late. In the playoffs, it started to decline, but even still, as they got hot, they've had a decent average there. But nonetheless, guys, give me Texas on the money line. In terms of what I'm looking at, like I said, I do have a lean on the total. 8.5, I think it's a little bit too low. We've seen Texas go out there and just absolutely crush games that are, the last game of a series. I believe 11-4 in that last game against Houston, and then in that last game against Baltimore, they were able to go out there and I forget what it was, 7 to 1, something like that. Like, they are stepping up when it matters most in these closeout spots. Now, again, that is only Texas. I'm kind of giving the kudos to doing that, right? So I also don't mind Texas here over 4 runs scored as a team total. That's -120 over on Caesars. If you want to get dicey here and get a little risky, you can get +116 for over 4.5, but keep an eye on the pin comment because those are leans as of right now, the total on the 8.5 as well as the team total for Texas. But let's dive into my player prop, which we're using Outlier, guys. Outlier, my favorite sports betting research tool. If you're not on Outlier yet, I hate you. I'm just kidding, but honestly, you should hate yourself because Outlier is a goated tool, guys. We can check a bunch of different things over on Outlier. I'm on the player prop screen right now, and you can see Corey Seager over 1.5 bases. I just talked about how Texas's offense gets going in terms of what we see when they're in closeout spots, right? And I really liked his spot here, not necessarily to go deep and hit a home run, even though he's been absolutely poking the ball over the wall as of late. That would be great because that would cover as well. But I like him to get over 1.5 bases here. Even if we look at his multi-hit games here, he's had a few as of late. But again, a double, a home run, a triple, anything will cash for us here. In the closeout games, 4 bases against Baltimore, 4 bases against Baltimore in a closeout spot, 7 bases against Houston in a closeout spot. He has already 14 bases through these 4 games, and he had 4 bases, aka a home run against Zach Gallen in game number 1. So I do think that this is a good spot for Corey Seager. Do I wish we had better odds? Yes, but we're still getting value over on FanDuel at -115. Other books in the -120. So Corey Seager over 1.5 bases is a player prop we're locking in. I am looking for one more player prop to throw in, so keep an eye on the pinned comment, guys. We might throw in another player prop. Maybe I'll do a YouTube short / TikTok explaining what I like. But those are the picks for today. I think if I were to rank my leans between Texas total as well as the overall total, I think it goes Texas money line, Texas team total, then the total. And that +158 is staring me in the face for Texas run line as well. So that's some decent odds. But nonetheless, guys, that's what we have for you guys today. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, go ahead and comment 7:11 because we just passed the 7-minute 11-second mark. We're mixing it up here. We can't just do these single numbers because people are catching on to that. So go ahead and comment 7:11. Let me know what you guys are rolling with in the comments as well. And yeah, kind of sad that baseball is winding down. 1, because we just started to get hot again. I feel like it's the regular season again. We're throwing out winners, right? And 2, because this has just been a good baseball season. Like, a lot of drama, a lot happening, underdogs in the World Series. Like, I like that spot. Screw the people that say baseball is boring. If you're betting on baseball, it makes it a million times more entertaining. It does. Betting on anything does. But nonetheless, guys, we'll catch you guys in the next one, right? Peace out.